Okay, now we're looking at the concept of creating value. You can discuss this in general terms, like what is value, but in business, it has a very specific formula. The formula for creating value is that we compare the selling price of the product with the cost of raw material that will be consumed to make that product. Okay, that is creating.
Yes, sir.
So if we are selling a chair for $5,000 and the material consumed on making that chair is 2,000, material could be wood, material could be foam, material could be the leather that we have on.
Yes, sir.
So the cost of those materials and the selling price. Okay, you need to remember that we are ignoring the other cost, because when we are making a chair or when we are making any product, we have the labor cost, we have the electricity cost, we have other expenses. So we're ignoring everything, and we're only taking the difference between the cost of bought in materials and the price of finished goods. Okay, so these are the two things that we compare. We will discuss why are we doing it, but first of all, let's see. Uh, it can come as three names. It could be regarded as creating value, added value, or value added. It means the same thing. Okay. The example is that we have a we sell a chair and the selling price is 3,000. The cost
Yes, sir.
here is 1,000, and what value we have created or what value we have added is 2,000. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, since we know that there are only two things involved, the selling price and the cost of raw material. So if it comes to how to increase value, we either increase the selling price or we decrease the cost of raw material. Because if the selling price
Yes,
increases,
sir.
the value added increases, and if the cost of raw material decreases, the value added increases. Okay, so
Yes, sir.
increasing the difference between the cost of bought in materials and the price of finished goods. Value is added by increasing the selling price and decreasing the cost of raw materials. So these are the two ways through which we can increase our value. Okay,
Yes, sir.
uh, why do we need to find only the value added? We want to see how efficiently we are using the raw materials. Two businesses can be using the same raw material, but one business is making a product that it can sell at a higher price, whereas the other business using the same raw material is not able to sell the product at a very high price. So the business that can charge a higher selling price for the same raw material can be regarded as adding more value. Okay, so
Yes, sir.
mainly the added value is there to understand how efficiently a business is using its raw materials. So there are various examples. Okay, so I hope you understand the rationale behind why do we do this process? Why do we calculate the value? Okay,
Yes, sir.
fine. Okay, so now we're going to discuss various examples. We have a lot of brands for jeans, and we see that those
Yes,
branded
sir.
are quite expensive. However, the the fabric through which the from which the jeans is made is the same. Okay, every jeans that we use is made of this fabric called jeans. Okay, but when a brand makes it, they make changes to it. They change its color. They make it go through a certain chemical, or they better it. They stretch it, and they increase the prices. Okay, but overall, the raw material is the
Yes, sir.
whereas the selling prices charged by various businesses for various types of jeans are different. Okay, so the business that is able to sell the jeans for the most expensive price is actually making the best use of the this component jeans. Okay, so
Yes, sir.
is buy new jeans, then stretch them, better them, and fray them to make them look distressed while at the same time more than double their price. So when you more than double their price, they're actually adding maximum value. Okay, so this is the
Yes, sir.
example. We have a lot of examples. Let's look at the water example. You see, we can use the tap water for drinking. We can use mineral water for drinking. But the example that I have is where there is a specific water that is regarded as the cloud juice. The
Yes, sir.
the cloud juice is very expensive. A small bottle of half a liter is for $10. It is so expensive because the company that makes the cloud juice argues that this is collected from the purest water. It is collected from the rainwater in an area where there is no pollution. The rain,
Yes, sir.
the rainwater is collected in plastic, uh, you say plastic containers, and then it is bottled, and there is no pollution, no contamination, and that's why they claim that their water is very pure, and that's why they sell it very expensive. Okay, so that is regarded as cloud juice. However, the raw material is the water. You open your tap, you have the water, you buy a mineral water bottle, that is also water. When you buy this cloud juice, that is also the water. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so the whole story is here. This water comes from King Island near Tasmania, and they claim that their water is the purest. Okay, so we move on to the next one. This is the weirdest example. This is about the most expensive coffee brand, which is Luwak Coffee. You can Google this, and
Yes, sir.
they sell their coffee at a very high price as compared to other coffee brands available. They sell their coffee at a very high price because this coffee goes through a weird process. This animal is called civet, and this animal eats the most ripest of the coffee beans because this animal has this sense to select the most ripest of the beans, and then on top of it, those beans go through the digestive process of this animal, and then the beans are collected from the jungle floor. Obviously, they are washed properly, they go through a process, and then the coffee is made from those beans. And that makes that coffee very expensive. However,
तो ये
the
कौन पीता होगा सर?
yes, like a lot of people consume that. This is the most expensive. Like after the class, you should look at this thing in Google. This
Luwak.
channel has a whole video on that, and this is not a joke. It's the most expensive coffee brand in the world. Okay, and
Oh, yes, sir.
the other coffee brands also use the coffee beans like Nescafe or other Indian brands, or there are so many brands that make coffee. So all those coffee brands use the coffee beans. This company also uses coffee beans, but the coffee beans are collected not by humans but by this animal, and they also go through the digestive process of this animal. So thereby
Yes, sir.
them very delicious. Okay, the coffee is very delicious.
Yes.
So I haven't tried it, but I have heard about it. Okay, so this is the one of the most expensive coffees in the world is the Luwak coffee. This is made from the coffee cherries that have been eaten and digested by common palm civet, a type of animal. The civets use their keen sense of smell to select the choicest and the ripest beans. The beans are supposed to be much sweeter as a result of the digestion process, and having passed through the animal, they are
Yes.
hand collected from the jungle. Okay, so
Yes, sir.
this was the last example. We can have a lot of examples. Like my students always tell me new examples. For example, the eggs, we could have the eggs which are from a farm, or the eggs which are natural, which are not collected from the hens from any farm. The hens consume all the natural things. They are not
Yes,
protein,
sir.
so those hens are very nutritious. So it is the same hen giving the eggs, but one of the eggs are very expensive. The other ones are not so expensive, and they also do not have that same kind of nutrition value. Okay.
Yes, sir.